Okay, so I want to take this story from another angle because I think a lot of people are not paying attention to this. All right, so the other day, Mike Epps came to the defense of Lizzo over things that Aries Spears has said on the interview, right? We all know the story. And Epps wrote, hey, he's a straight up and needs his ass. Look at his skin. He looks dirty, sick, and hasn't been on since bad TV. That's what he had to say. But there was a woman that just came out recently named Melanie Hunter who reportedly worked as a publicist for Mike Epps some time ago. But one of his comedy shows revealed that he body shamed her. So let me get this straight. You're taking up for Lizzo, but you're body shaming. When I weighed 300 pounds and was working for Epps' PR team, one of his comedy shows, minding my business, the photo, he called me Rick Ross ugly and waddled around stage before saying, somebody get her out of here. This is what Mike Epps said. And this is less than a decade ago. So it had me going and looking or whatever and see what people had to say about this, right? And amazingly enough, well, quite the opposite what I thought I would see. And so then I started seeing the hypocrisy in this. Now, I'm no stern defender of Aries Spears. Aries Spears has had some fallbacks, let's say, and I'm 51-50. Shout out to Corey Holcomb. Shout out to Zoe. Shout out to Elkid Baldy. So I got to stay on the team. You understand what I'm saying? Walk away from the team, sometimes you get trouble. But as you can see by all these different comments that are right here, they're chastising Aries Spears, but at the same time, they're saying Mike Epps, well, he could have changed. He could have been different. Now, the woman Melanie Hunter since has actually made the tweet private. I had to do some searching to find it. And what she's done is only certain people can view it that I guess had commented earlier, whatever the case may be. And that's unfortunate. But this is the thing. I don't think anybody's looking at it like this from this perspective. See, I see something different going on here. I see not only the hypocrisy in one, Mike Epps earlier saying and making fun of this woman that weighed 300 pounds, and then subsequently trying to redeem himself by taking up for Lizzo. No, I'm not just talking about that point at all. What I want to talk about is, and you guys make sure you read those tweets as I'm talking. I'll go back later and read them individually. The funny thing that I'm looking at here is this perspective here. Is it quite possible that every time we get into the discussion about Lizzo, right? And I'm not down on Lizzo. I don't look down upon Lizzo. I don't think she's less than a human being or whatever, because of her size or anything like that. Hell, I've been with a big woman before. Quite have found it enjoyable. No, it's not about Lizzo's size. It's about the way that she almost pimps her weight as a crutch. Now, I want to tell you what I mean by that. There's been two women that I saw. One of them that's way bigger of a star, in my opinion, than Lizzo. And another one that's, fairly known, which is Rebel Wilson. She's been in a whole bunch of different movies. And the other person I'm mentioning is Adele. Now, both of these women were big women. They appeared in movies and on TV as a singer, in Adele's case, as big women. And they subsequently went and lost weight. They didn't stay that size because they weren't comfortable with that size. And in Rebel Wilson's own words, she said they found it unhealthy. Which is understandable because as you get older, it can be. Now, outside of that, I had this other fruition. I said maybe the way that Lizzo sells herself to the public is almost making a spectacle of herself. And it had me reverting back to people like Venus Hottentot. That's why I put that at the beginning of the video. If you don't know who Venus Hottentot is, go look her up. See, she's almost like a minstrel show, if you want to say. And what she does is she goes around, and any time that you attack her or make any subtle point about her weight or size or anything else, the defense mechanism comes on from not only the public, but the defense mechanism comes on from her as well. And sometimes she'll halt before she makes a reply to the person in said case who was making fun of her, whatever the case may be. But more fundamentally enough, she'll release a new song. And she'll ride out the fact that she's a big woman and do almost anything that's lewd or whatever the case may be, and she'll sell it to your 12 and 13-year-old kids on a daily basis. And as they grow up, they start thinking it's acceptable. Mike Epps, not only are you a cap, we all know Aries is a cap, but the biggest cap of them all, well, it's Lizzo.